Okay, guys, I just got back from the mall a few hours ago, and it's Christmas Eve today, and I had a very, very unique and extremely emotional experience. And now, listen, I'm a douche. I know that. Typically, a lead in like this to a video, and the other shoe drops, and it's something really stupid and not the direction I was heading, or making you believe I was heading at all. And that's not the case this time. This is all legit. To be honest with you, again, I got home several hours ago. I've done a live stream since, and I wanted to share this experience with you, but I didn't before because, to be honest with you, in just relaying it again and running it through my head again, it choked me up enough that I don't I don't think I could have gotten through the video and explained it well without without the pauses to get over the emotion of it. Now, I like despite the fact that I have a lot of traits that might not be generally considered humanistic, I get emotional about things. You guys watch anime with me, you know that I get hit with the emotions quite often. There's been a lot of stuff that got to me. Very, very, very rare for whatever reason, whether it's psychological, physiological, or whatever, for me to actually shed a tear, and it happened today. And it was confusing to me. It's been so long. I mean, I was walking through the mall and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick. There's some sort of liquid coming from my eyes. But let me get into the story. I had to run down to pick up, I've been looking to get my wife one more Christmas present. Everything's picked through in my area. So if I drive further out going down to Albany, there's malls down there, and I figured I could pick it up there. So, long story short, I found what I was looking for, and I came out, and I am the world's worst rapper. And I'm not just talking about yo, yo, yo. I'm world's worst at that as well, but I mean actually wrapping presents. I am horrific. So there was a stand right outside of the store that I bought the gift in. It was for the American Cancer Society, and they were wrapping presents. I was like, yeah, this one's even, it's going to be the only present I give this year that I wrapped and doesn't look like it has leprosy. So I came out and I had a couple of things to wrap, and I put them up on the table. And I was talking to this lady, and the lady that was wrapping it for me was my age, maybe a little older, but in really good shape. Very, very nice lady, very attractive woman, and just a sweetheart. And so we're chatting while she's rapping for me, and she was telling me about her son coming up from Queens to get his booster shot because he couldn't get one booked down there, and we have openings up here. Just chit chat about a little bit of everything, and so she got all done, and I I was going to ask her how much it cost for the wrapping, and I was going to give a little more as for American Cancer Society. And I said, so how much do I owe you? And she said, no, 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 no. She says, donate whatever people donate whatever they want. I was done with Christmas shopping. That was it. It was the home stretch. I finally crossed the finish line. So I looked, I had $40 left. So it's like, hey, it's for cancer. So I gave her the $40. And I'm assuming people generally don't give quite that much because she was kind of shocked. And she goes, oh, well, thank you so much. It was so nice. I said, oh, no problem. And so I took the packages and I went to put them in my bag that I had on the floor. And when I stood up, and this is the part that gets hard, the lady was full out crying. I mean, like sobbing. And I looked at her and I wasn't sure. And she looked back at me and I wasn't sure what the expression said. It was like being overwhelmed. And when I gave her the money, I mean, obviously it was more than people generally give for that stuff. And I could tell that it struck a chord with her, but I didn't understand to this degree. And I just looked at her, and for me, that's unusual. I didn't know what to say. I was trying to figure out what happened. And she still had the $40 in her hand. And she looked at it and she said, it just struck me. She said, 220s are perfect because I'm 20 years cancer free this year. And it was just one of those things that it was so genuine and so real. And in hindsight, I guess it's obvious what was going on. It's just a culmination of everything. She didn't expect to get that much. And it was Christmas Eve. And I think just the idea of somebody wanting I guess to donate more, whatever the case may be. But everything came to a head for her and just started rushing. And man, it was real and it was raw, and everything inside me like locked up. I was so moved by it, and I reached. There's this big table where they wrap, and I reached over and I hugged her, and I mean, there's not much you can say. And I said, well, you know, hopefully, I'm sure you got way more than 20 more to go yet, and have a Merry Christmas. And as I was walking away, it really hit me and it overwhelmed me. And all I could think was, and I was trying to get my composure as I'm walking, because I'm not used to dealing with stuff like that. As I'm walking, I'm thinking, now, to this day, it's not that unusual for somebody to recognize me from the channel, or even in this area here, people still recognize me from, the wrestling career and things like that. And all I could picture was, I'm walking down the hallway and sure as hell, somebody's gonna recognize me, and I'm gonna get a message on the channel at some point later today, and it's gonna be, hey, Curtis, I saw you walking in the mall past Macy's, but you look like you were having a little bitch moment, and so I didn't want to interrupt it, and plus it was freaking me out that you were bawling. so so if any of you were at the mall today, yes, I was crying like a little bitch, but in this specific circumstance, I'm gonna own it. I'll wear it without a problem. But it was funny. It was just a moment in time. It was just going to get my presents wrapped, and it ended up being something that I'll remember forever. I mean, it was just really, really powerful thing. And it was $40 may have been an impetus towards getting it towards that, but it wasn't about $40. It was about something deeper. And I don't know, that's when things are working right. When two people can just have a cool little moment like that together, it's pretty cool. I'm not somebody given to, you guys know, holidays, everything's a joke to me, and Christmas is as well. But yeah, this will be a favored Christmas of mine for good.